go, like you said, if someone's got a 2-year degree in automotive, they certainly should know how to actually lift the vehicle up, especially something like a Dodge Hornet.
Yeah, you get a body. I'm not asking you to pick up a 2500 diesel. I'm asking you to
Right.
pick up a body car, but yeah, I can't, not make sure that, for one, the guy's safe, for two, I'm safe, and whoever's around us is safe. So it is what it is. But I couldn't imagine being the guy who paid for the degree to,
right.
You know what I mean?
And then not know how to do the most basic thing that you'll be doing all day long, all the time, maybe 6-8 times a day in some cases.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Even if they say they have, I don't care. I'm still I'll let you try it. And I'm going to say, hey, look, this is not just, I'm not trying to, hover over you or anything, but this is where you got to think about this. This is your life under this car. I said, don't trust anybody who picks the car up for you, or don't take for granted that the car is good. This is you under the car, your life. And I think we've all been there for, a second. We look, you're like, oh, you got the tripod going, because,
yeah.
You look back and you're like, oh.
Yeah, like, hey, it's not touching. It's not touching on the rear. Like, hello. Yeah, I've seen that. I've been there. I've done that. Yep.
Yeah, if you're under that, man, and get going.
Yeah, some of the students, when we'll get the vehicle off the ground, and I usually get it about, 6 inches off the ground, and I'll run around the back of it and just shake it as hard as I can, trying to actually move it off the lift or make it make noises and stuff. And they're like, you're going to knock it off the lift. I'm like, that's the point. I want to make sure that's not going to come off the lift. If I do this to it and all I'm going to do is an oil change or brakes or something like that, there's no way in hell it's going to fall off if, I have it up there doing those things. So I always lift it 6-8 inches and then do that. And they're like, man, that thing shook all over the place. I'm like, yep. And that's what you want to do. I was like you said, it's your life. You don't take your own life in your hands or somebody else's just because you're going to have to be under that car half the day sometimes.
And here's the
you'll be living there.
You'll be there forever. But nowadays, everybody wears headphones. So when you pick a car up, are you going to hear the car slide? Are you going to hear that?
So you gotta
make sure. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I mean, you got to make sure that's safe and stuff. I started off picking up cars with one of the old school hydraulic center postals from the 70s.
Yeah, air over hydro. I use those.
And it was a junkyard. The salvage yard, they work when I pay to fix this shit. So what they do is they add more fluid, and they give me a steel rim with a torsion bar welded to it to put under the base, right? And these cars are wrecked, and some of these trucks are, the frames are bad. So try picking up a damn, F like they hit a tree, and now the frame is like this. And I mean, I've had ones where I got to chain the car to the lip where it doesn't fall on me.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, you literally like bolt it to it with chain. Yeah, exactly. You kind of hang underneath it like, I don't know if it's going to fall or not. I worked at a place, a couple different places like that where we had air over hydro, and we had one that same thing. It leaked really bad. We always had to add, a new hydraulic oil to it. But one day we were lowering a vehicle, and it dropped like 6 inches real fast. Yeah, that, hitchy, snatchy stuff. And it about dropped the vehicle off of it just because of that, just because it jerked so hard, And then I watched the guy lift I watched the guy lift a truck one day, and luckily it had a Reese hitch on the back of it. It was a 1500 series, regular bed, 8-foot bed Chevrolet square body, and got it up in the air, and he had it just right to where it actually fell backwards off the lift. And as it fell, it slid. And as it slid down, and it literally stopped like that, like the Leaning Tower of like C10, right? And we literally were able to slowly lower the lift down, and it did not damage anything on it. Like, it hit the Reese hitch and stopped, and then luckily the frame rails are the only thing that had scratches on them, didn't hurt anything. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. That just happened, And the guy that lifted it had because our air switches for that was on the wall. So he had just got it in the air, walked out the door of the shop, turned and walked across the back of it, and then walked back up towards the front of the shop. If he'd have done that a minute later, that truck would have fell and hit him.